because women are some of the biggest narcissists.
Woo,
They're the biggest narcissists.
Women are narcissists?
Women want to control your mind. And that's the problem that we face today. They want to control a man 100%. And then they hate it when they can't control a man and they are the one that's controlled. Ain't that crazy?
That's wild.
It's wild, ain't it?
It is wild.
Yeah, y'all want to control a man, but you can't control a man with a strong mind. You can't control a man with a strong will. Only way you can control a man is if you control him through God. You pray that God will control a man. That's what's wrong with women.
Yo, what's up, guys? Back again with another video for the Passport Pros. First and foremost, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it very, very dearly. Now, today we have our brother speaking on the narcissism and the controlling mindset from a lot of these women here in the West that us men are experiencing and facing. How a lot of these women want to control a man and are obsessed with having everything under control, including the man. See, you can have everything else in your life under control. Your job, your career, your kids, your dog, your food, your weave, the lace front, the sew-in. You can get that under control, but when it comes to a man, you can't control no man at the end of the day. At the very core, at the very nature of men in general, men are not to be controlled because we can already control ourselves. You don't need to control something that's already in control. Why? Because there is no need. Men are very logical, rational beings. We make logical decisions based off of what makes sense, facts, evidence, hard evidence that we can actually see and actually prove. And we're very slow to react. We're very patient a lot of times. We're very slow to react. Where a lot of times when there are certain situations where we can act out and we're feeling like, really annoyed or really pissed off or really angry, and we can act out, we can wow out, we can go screaming, kicking, shouting, throwing stuff. Oftentimes, we don't result to that. Why? Because we have ourselves under control. We're logical beings that we think twice before we just react. We think about the consequences and the repercussions of what we do before we do what we do. So, oftentimes, men are in control for the most part because we're not, we're not at the grasp of raging emotions, intense, powerful emotions that are constantly influencing us to do certain things, think certain ways, act out in certain behavior. We don't do that. But on the flip side, this is what a lot of women do. A lot of women are the ones who are emotionally always, intensely feeling emotions and always, spazzing out because they feel some type of way. They're more prone to outbursts. They're more prone to reacting without actually thinking and lashing out and backlash. And then after that, regret why they did what they did. So it's like a lot of times these women want to control men, but they themselves can't even control themselves. A lot of these Western women can't control their environment. You can't even control your job. You can't even control your cubicle. You can't even control that weave. That lace front is looking loose. You can't even control it. But here you are trying to control a man. As if men themselves need to be controlled. And oftentimes when women try to control these men, they often see that these men resist. See, that's one of the best ways to push a man away, is to try to control him. is to try to take control over his life. Because men don't like that. Men are very strong-minded and very strong-headed and independent thinkers, where we feel as if our way is the best way, and we have to do we're going to do what we want at the end of the day. And it's in the best benefit for women to just accept that man as is and try your best to support that man instead of trying to control him. Because when you're trying to control that man, you're putting him in a state of discomfort. You're putting him in a state in which he's not comfortable with having the freedom to live how he wants to live and be who he wants to be and be happy. A man being controlled is not a happy man. And there's going to be that initial resistance to that control. And what does that resistance look like in reality? Him being distant, him not being communicative, him, not expressing himself like he used to, him, not talking to you about certain things, him not responding, one-word responses. He's usually very quiet, very silent. This is the type of man that he does not like being under control and is resisting away from you. Slowly but surely, you're pushing him away just because you're trying to control him. And usually we see this type of mindset, this type of behavior from Western women in particular, because a lot of times they don't have respect for men in general. Even the very idea of a man, conceptually, it rubs them the wrong way. How you think a man's supposed to just come in the environment and just take over and just have all this authority, and I'm supposed to listen to him, and I'm supposed to let him control my life and do this and do that? What? Who he think he is? Even the very idea of a man rubs them the wrong way, and it makes them feel slighted. So that's the reason why they don't even respect the men, let alone respect the control or authority of those men. That's why in a lot of relationships with a Western woman, you'll see that there's always a constant struggle for power, constant struggle for control, because they don't respect you as a man or respect men in general, let alone the control or authority of a man. She feels like she should be able to control you. She got to tell you what you need to do. She wants you to be how she wants you to be. And that's the thing, because a lot of times when women want to control a man, they don't want to control you to be the best you. They don't want to control you to improve you, to make you smarter, to help you get more money, to help you improve your life, to help you dress better, to help you smell better, to help you, be the best version of yourself. It's like, no, that's not how they're trying to control you. They want to control you so you can be how they want you to be. So you can say what they want you to say. So you can do what they want you to do. It's really not even really control, it's just manipulation. But that's a form of control. They just want to control you so it best benefits them. Not control you to help you or improve you or to help teach you or to help you, advance your life or advance your career or anything that's actually beneficial to you. They want to control you so it's more beneficial for them, so they can get what they want to get, so they can have you be how they want you to be, have you do what they want you to do. It's really just for their own benefit. And oftentimes men see that. They see that oftentimes when you fall under the control of a woman, you actually end up losing a lot. Time, energy, effort, money, attention. You're losing everything while gaining nothing. And that's the reason why a lot of men, passport bros, are trying to escape that whole mindset of women trying to control them. They're even going as far to go to a whole nother country where there aren't women that are, have a lack of respect for men, that are not trying to control everything. So that's the reason why a lot of men are going overseas now to date other women who are not looking to control them, but instead are looking to support and accept them as they are. So Passport Bros, continue to get your flights, get your passports, and find the women that are not trying to control you, but are happy to accept you and support you as you are. That being said, if it ain't for